Hello again. Just want to do a video about hypocrisy and spirituality, basically, and how things are being, the divisions sort of being created in the world. And just read this book, Mind Over Miles, by Russ Cook. This geezer, yeah, he's won the length of Africa, and what an inspirational book it is. Seriously, when you see where he come from, what led him to do what he's doing, and there's a real spiritual path there, you know, and it's so, I honestly recommend anyone reading it. And yeah, it's from the South Coast, seems to be quite liberal in a lot of his views and everything, you know, and in terms of whatever you think or don't think, whether it's liberal or conservative, it really and truly, it doesn't matter whether it's liberal or conservative. What matters is there's no hypocrisy, and everything is equal under the law, and that law is under God, you know. So that's why I'm sort of coming from this, and I just want to expose blatant hypocrisies which cause so much division within the world, and how, well, for me, you can see they're being orchestrated, because this is not happening naturally. It's not human beings. So I just want to read these two little excerpts, because it's really quite revealing. So here we go. Right. So the last bit, he's run across the Sahara Desert, just sand. Okay. But he wants to clip the corner of one border. Okay. So this is where we're going from, without authorization. Okay. It's just sand, Sahara Desert. No one's there. But first we had to complete the trek across the sand, and there were more potential obstacles in our way. Mauritania meets the country of Western Sahara along its northwest border. If you look on the map, you see that the border is made up of straight lines. That guy in an office with a ruler again, yep, politics, dividing people, that meet each other at right angles. The final right angle, near the Algerian border, is situated in the vicinity of the small military checkpoint of Ain Ben Tilly, where Jamie and Stan had stopped to try to get the van fixed. The temptation for me was to cut across the right angle and so strands the territory of Western Sahara. It would save 50 or 60k, at 40 miles in old money, on the way to the Algerian border, and allow me to recalibrate my daily mileage downwards. The guys at the checkpoint shook their heads. To stray over the border into Western Sahara, even by just a few metres, was a very bad idea. The complicated politics of the region meant that the Moroccan military monitored that border closely. If anybody strayed into the Western Sahara from Mauritania, they were likely to be on the wrong end of a Moroccan drone bomb strike. It was no idle threat. After leaving the checkpoint, I plotted a much smaller shortcut closer to the corner of the right angle, which would save me perhaps 10k, that's 6 miles. There were, it's Mind Over Miles, yeah? There were more vehicles in this area driving across the sand. As I approached the invisible border in the desert, some locals spotted me, drove up and warned me off. Don't risk it, they told me. You'll be bombed. Now, when you carry on reading, there's no thing, oh, that's wrong. Just the way it is. So in Africa, governments are policing their borders by literally killing people if you go in unlawfully. Illegal entry. No questions. Not detained. Boom. You're gone. Interesting, eh? Just saying it's interesting. Because in other places in the world, that's looked as being inhumane. But in Africa, it's fine. In Europe, maybe not so. Anyway, another excerpt, okay? Right, this is really important as well. One of the valuable things, you come across a refugee camp, okay? One of the valuable things about travel is that it opens your eyes to the lives of others and helps you put your own struggles into perspective. The rigours of the road were nothing compared to the hardships endured by the displaced inhabitants on a vast refugee camp we visited in the region of Tindouf. This camp hosted refugees from Western Sahara who had been forced from their homelands because of war. Disenfranchised and living in harsh desert conditions, the displaced Sahrawis have attracted the attention of volunteers and aid workers who aim to improve the life outcomes of the refugees through arts and sport. Our visit to the camp was an eye-opener. We had the plight of the Sahrawis